Cheers to you. I need to speak to you, especially if you're a man or you're striving to be one. I've been experiencing some very strong emotions for the last couple of days, and well, they were not going away. If the emotion is here, then even if we try to avoid it, it will not go away. But I've done it many times, guilty of trying to get away from the uncomfortable and unpleasant feelings and emotions. Make you feel like shit. We've all done it. And boys are raised that boys don't cry, or crying is weak. You shouldn't be crying or feel in a certain way. Yeah? And we hear these messages, we boys, upcoming men, young men, and then we start to feel shame or guilt because we are feeling these things that this narrative or the social norm is telling us that this is not okay. You shouldn't be feeling that way. And then we try to suppress it because we feel shame. It's like, oh fuck, I failed. Not good enough. Have to shut it down. Have to pretend and show my different face that's like I'm above it, I'm over it. None of this is happening to me. But that's a lie. Yeah. That's a double lie. First, it's a lie to the society, to the others, and it's also to yourself. And the more we try to do it like this, the more we will train ourselves that when a so-called bad emotion or unwanted emotion is occurring, it's time to run away. We have also conditioned ourselves. This is the first thing, the quickest, the easiest way how we always try to cope, distract ourselves, engage in some kind of addiction, that kind of stuff. But it doesn't work. Well, you need a lot of that stuff that you're doing, huge dose to like suppress it for a while, but it's coming back. And then you need to do it even more and more and more. But that also doesn't feel good when you try to numb it out. And yeah, so I had planned to rent a house, go to the beach, and I told myself that these next 3-4 days, like, it's gonna be amazing time. I'm gonna feel joy, I'm gonna enjoying that. And then when I came to the seaside, close to sea, I noticed that the place that I came to, like, it triggered within me certain feelings, certain emotions, certain memories, narratives. Those were not high vibrational, I assure you. Those didn't feel good. Those felt like sadness, like grief. And I was like, fuck. I mean, my intention was to enjoy my time here, but I came here now and it's like this heaviness. And I stayed with it because I couldn't run away, It's like, yeah, watched a movie. It subsided a little bit, but that's it. And then it came back the next day. This morning, I was going to beach again. It was so powerful experience. I ordered a taxi. I got inside the taxi and there was a song playing. And this song instantly triggered tears within me, feeling of sadness or grief. I had my sons out, so the driver didn't see that I was crying. Not that I cared, but like instant, like crying. And I was surprised, like, WTF, what is that? And these moments have happened more and more recently. Like, they may seem random, but they're not random, because it connects to deeper parts of us that tried to shut down certain emotions. And so I'm crying in the taxi, and then the next thing is I transfer to the bus, because the distance to the beach is not so close. I get up in the bus, start driving, and in the bus, certain thoughts are coming again at me. And I cry even more. I start to cry even more and more and more. I cry a lot. I think nobody has even any clue that I'm crying, because again, sun's on, it's like I stand like it's nothing. I cry. And then at some moment, the crying stopped. I released all of the emotional charge, tension that was acute for that moment. And guess what happened? I felt so light, at ease. Suddenly, I felt like peace, like I could again start to enjoy my day, what I'm about to do. I started to feel a lot better. What I'm saying with my story is that, guys, it is okay to cry. A lot of men and society in general, but men a lot, have been shamed. That's like, God forbid someone sees you in the public that you're crying. Yeah. It's okay to cry. It's one of the best ways how we can release our toxic, let's say, chemicals from our body, and energetically also release and process certain emotions. But we need to feel them too. Crying is so good thing invented for our body, how to deal with emotional energies. If you have felt not so great for some time, maybe it's a couple days, hours, maybe even weeks or a week, I invite you to explore this feeling. Go into it. Because the thing is, the more we try to avoid and suppress this feeling of heaviness, like it still remains there. This baseline is still there energetically. And it's really difficult for us to enjoy anything at all. Because it's still there. If we men, we want to have a good health, and I'm not just talking about physical health, but also mental and emotional health. Getting in contact with our emotions is going to be a big key for that, to be successful. So we need to start train this muscle that most of us have not trained enough, and it's atrophy. If you notice that you feel stuck, or you feel shitty, there's a shitty feeling inside of your body. It's like you're paralyzed, and no matter what you attempt to do, like, it still remains. It's a signal. You need to address that first before you can rise again. Because the more you will try to reject this, the more you will suffer and struggle, and it will not go away. You will create even more resistance to that. So, when you have an opportunity, focus on that. You will agree with me, like, you have experienced this before in your past. Like, if I asked you to compare 2 times in your life, one time you felt like shit and you were engaged in certain like activities, like you had to do certain stuff, you did certain stuff, like, was it easy to do that stuff when you felt shit? No. Often it involves even like bigger struggle, like really hard to do, to move forward. Yeah, get it done. And then try to remember a time when like you felt good, like you felt more joy, more light, more peace, and you were also doing certain things, whether it was some house chores, physical activities, work-related stuff, whatever. How did that go? It was a lot easier, right? Yeah. So it just shows us how important it is to like take care our emotional wellness. It's not a joke, and emotions are for both people, men and women. It's not correct way to say that like emotions are just for women, or it's just like feminine polarity. It's not. It's just for us men and women, we need to learn how to incorporate those in our life and deal with them in a different way. Because for women, it's gonna look like different than for men. Yeah. If we men want to maintain a healthy sexual attraction and polarity with the feminine and masculine container, often we feel like shit when we feel lonely. And there is a feeling inside of us that we have no one. Like no one is here who can understand us, who can hold space for us in a healthy way. if you have a similar feeling, know that I am here for you. And if you need someone, you can contact me. Because I know how important it is to have someone. And I've found myself many times in moments when there is not a single soul around and I'm just on my own. And sometimes, I guess you could say that's God's plan for a reason, to help you grow or train into the ability to hold the tension and stay with yourself, with the uncomfortable feelings, not run away. Because let's be honest, like, we humans are pretty creative when it comes to invent new ways how to bypass stuff, even incorporating and using the healthy stuff. Sometimes what we need is just to have a moment with ourselves, honoring that. A healthy man is capable of staying with his emotions. And each of us experience emotions in different way. Like, we don't experience them the same way. What I mean by that is there's people who will experience emotions in way more intense way than others. It's reality. So on one hand, a healthy man needs to learn how to stay with the emotions in a way that allows him to stay stable. And yeah, there are also some tough situations. And in those moments, what a healthy man also has is someone else in their life who they can call, talk to when they need them. Like, hey brother, I'm in pain. I really need someone's strong shoulder right now. Please, can I talk to you right now? Yeah? A healthy man has healthy men in his life who he can count on, he can trust. There's men, more and more actually, in the world right now who are in a deep emotional pain, and certain numbers of them reach a point of no return. They've made a decision to take their life, to get out of this torture. So if you ever are in a emotional pain, like intense pain, remember, you're not alone. You don't have to be alone. Please reach out to someone. We need each other. And you matter. If you feel like you have no one to talk to, then you're completely alone. This is not true. You got me. I got you. I care. Especially it's hard in these times when there's still a lot of narratives, psyops going on against men. Not just men, also against women, but a lot against men as well. Yeah. Creating impression that women are not needed. Oh, but we are. More than we and the other side realizes. Good men, healthy men, men who can demonstrate strength, who can also cry when and if needed. There has been way too many lonely, dark moments in our life. No more. I am here for you. How many times we wished like there was someone for us, like a big brother or an older mentor, someone who has also gone through the same emotional pain or a difficult, like shitty situation. You can only understand like if you have gone through a similar or the same stuff. Emotions can be a very healthy and is a healthy driver to success, to build something meaningful, useful for others. But when we reject our emotions, when we create even bigger resistance, that leads to paralysis. So it's a powerful force. Please don't neglect your emotions, because what once started as a small thing can spiral out of control and create even bigger inertia and a momentum that then can be very difficult to stop. A negative momentum I'm talking about. And there will be men in life who will tell you that emotions are for weak. It's funny because those same men who have this tough guy persona that they are playing, those same tough guys are running away and avoiding emotions. Is that tough? To run away from emotion? Avoid? I don't think so. We men, we need each other. We need brotherhood that can hold us, provide a containment for us when we are providing it for others, for women, for children, for elderly, for sick. There are moments when we also need to be held. In those moments, we need other brothers who can do that, so that we can keep going through hard times, difficult times. To be encouraged, supported, uplifted, not put down. I'm also crying now. This is very emotional for me. Tears of acknowledgement. You who are listening and watching, you are important. You are Son of God. He made you for a reason. Because you can do great things in this life. And you deserve love. And I love you.